In your notebook, continue where you left off. This is a continuation of 9.7 factor perfect square polynomials. I am chunking this into two parts because of the size of the file. Question number 23 is an EOC question. Which is the correct factorization of negative 45x squared plus 20y squared? Your first step should always be, is there anything common you can pull out? So I'm looking at 45 and 20, and they both have 5 in common. So if I pull out the negative sign, and if I pull out the 5, the rest needs to go inside. So 5 times 9 is going to give me a 45. X squared I'm just going to rewrite as it is. Now I need to get a plus. There is already a minus outside, so the other one should be a minus. So this is a place you got to be caution. And 5 multiplied by 4 will give me a 20. And now I have y squared. You need to pause the video and rewind the segment and rewatch this again to have a better understanding. So now I have negative 5. And this looks similar to my a squared minus b squared formula. So if I recall the a squared minus b squared formula, it's going to be a plus b, open close, a minus b. So I'm going to rewrite this to be as 3x the whole squared minus 2y the whole squared. Now watch this again. So 3x the whole squared, if I give the 2 to each one of them, I can only distribute the 2 provided they are multiplying. So once again, helping you remember. So 3 gets the power of 2, which is 3 times 3, 9, x squared, which is this back again. And 2y, the whole squared. I can only distribute the 2 inside, providing they are multiplying. 2 to the power of 2 is 2 squared, which is 4, y squared, which is this. So I only change the way it looks, nothing else. So now highlighting and showing that my a now looks similar to 3x. And my b is my 2y. So now I have my minus 5 to deal with on the outside, which tags along. So this is my a squared minus b squared formula. So it's going to be 3x minus 2y and 3x plus 2y. So one of them is going to be a plus, one of them is going to be a minus for the a squared minus b squared formula. So once I recognize this, I'm going to go back to the answer choices. So this rules out, and this in this case, I'm choosing between C and D. If I erase everything, now what's the answer? So I have negative 5, which is here, 3x plus 2y, which is here. So I have negative 5, which is here, and 3x plus 2y, which is here, and 3x minus 2y, which is here. So the correct answer in this case will be C. C and D look similar except for the minus sign. So that is why you got to be cautious with the negative sign. Do not be in a rush to pick the wrong answer. Now copy question number 37. They are asking you to solve the equation. Now this is a polynomial. You cannot solve the equation until you find the roots. So finding the roots of the polynomial, solving the equation means the same, which means you have to set up one side of the equal sign to a 0. Find the 0 roots, find the roots, they all mean the same. So what I have to do is I cannot solve anything until I set it up to a 0. So I'm going to bring the positive 16 to the other side. So this is going to be minus 9c squared plus 16, rearranging it, equals 0. So now I can solve the equation. Keep in mind, you cannot solve it until you set it up to a 0. So now 9 and 16, they don't have anything in common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the minus sign outside, and I'm going to replace the signs. If you distribute it, you're going to get this back again. So pulling out the minus sign means I got to change the sign here and change the sign here. So previously just a negative 9c squared now becomes positive 9c squared. Previously which was a positive 16 now becomes a negative 16. So now this formula looks like a squared minus b squared formula, which is a plus b, a minus b. So now I'm going to rearrange it to look like 3c the whole squared minus 4 squared. This is almost like solving a puzzle, knowing how to break your 9c squared as 3c, and the 2 goes for both of them. And your 16 is nothing but 4 squared. So now your formula, a is this, and b is this. So applying the a squared minus b squared formula, I have negative 3c minus 4 3c plus 4 equals 0. Now you're asked to solve the equation. Keep in mind, solving the equation, find the roots, find the 0 roots, they all mean the same. So I'm going to break it apart. I'm going to write 9, 3c, negative, parenthesis 3c minus 4 equals 0, and 3c plus 4 equals 0. So this one becomes 3c minus 4 equals 0, plus 4 on both sides. 3c equals 4. So divide by 3, and you're going to get 4 over 3. Now let's go to the right side. Minus 4, this will be a two-step equation. Cancel. 3c equals minus 4. Divide by 3 on both sides. Cancel. You get c equals minus 4 over 3. So for the final answer, solving the equation, so your c can either be a positive 4 over 3 or it can be a negative 4 over 3. And this will be the answer.